Right. Okay. Arvind, good evening, all. So today we are going to discuss the paper number two, right? Paper number two, part one, right? Part one, and also for the new people, right? So new students, grade 20, grade 8, 2026 will be begin on December 15, right? December 15. So there will be 3 weeks, right? So until the end of December. So you can participate 3 days for that class as well. So then after that, if you feel like the class is suitable for the new students, you can participate, right, by paying uh, the class, right? So okay. So today, last week we have discussed and ended up in the paper number one, right? Apart from those things, in my theory class, right? In my theory class, I have done uh, speed revisions. Alright. So Nether revision, how many number of speed revisions we have done? Like seven, eight, right?
7.
7, right? So I think unit test has also done, right? Several unit test has also done, and now we are doing the paper discussion. Correct? Right. Okay, buddy. So paper number two, part one, right? So I'll write here. Paper number two, part one, right? Like I said earlier, right? It is okay to complete the paper, or if you didn't complete the paper, that is okay too, right? So after I completing the paper, then after that, right, you can do the paper by yourself, right? Okay, right. Okay, so let's do. How many symmetrical axes are there in the figure and draw them, right? So Sudha, when you are giving answers for this kind of a question, right? So this is the first question. It could be better, right? It could be better if you can draw the. Now here you have been given the thing. Here you have been given the figure like this. Right? So this is some kind of a picture that they have already given to you. Already given to you, right? So now so this is the picture. So it could be better if you can draw the symmetrical axis first. Alright. So by looking at this figure, so you can find some symmetrical axes. Alright. So by joining these 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices, right? You can draw one of the symmetrical axis. Around this symmetrical axis, right? You can fold this figure. Around this symmetrical axis, you can fold this figure exactly coincide each other, right? If you uh, catch here and you are going to fold it on top of this, right? It will be exactly coincided, right? With each other around this symmetrical axis. So this is one of the symmetrical axis that you can have. Right. Now, if you think something like this, so you need to divide your figure into half equal two parts. Now here we have equal two parts in the top and the bottom, right? Right. Right. On the two sides of this symmetrical axis. Now, is there any symmetrical axis that you can draw, right? Where you can say equal two parts, right? Equal two parts. Can you find any other than this one? Can anyone tell me? කාටද කියන්න පුළුවන්? Very in Nandor. Right. So this is one.
So there are two accesses.
Yeah. So here, there are not two axes කියලා දෙකේ.
නෑ සර් මේ එතනක accesses දෙකක් තියෙනවානේ.
Yeah, here we have two axes. Here one of the axes is this, and this is a horizontal symmetrical axis, and there is a vertical symmetrical axis as well, right? So it goes through right at this point, and when the so here we have two symmetrical axes. Now, like I said earlier, right? Like I explained you earlier, around this vertical symmetrical axis, you can fold your figure, right? Exactly into two parts, right? You can fold and which are coincide each other, right? If you fold this figure around this symmetrical axis, right? Both parts are coincided each other, right? On top of these two parts lies down, correct? So this symmetrical axis, right, divide this figure into two equal parts. So here you have first symmetrical axis and here you have second symmetrical axis. So both of them, so there are two symmetrical axes. So you have to write, right, two symmetrical axes, and you have to draw them as well. This is the first one, this is the second one. Right? There are two symmetrical axes. Right. This is the answer for the first question. Right. Now let's go for the second one. It is from sets. Right? Sets lesson. Atta easy. So you need to identify the pattern. And if I can remember in the part, paper number 1 as well, we have discussed something like this, right? If I am correct, right? But here now we have, if A, right? A is the name of the set, right? A within curly brackets, letters in Kahatakas Digiliya, right? Letters in Kahatakas Digiliya. Write down the set A with its elements and write down the number of elements of A. Right. So, we have been given something like this. This is set A, and it is the letters, right? The letters in the word Kahatagas Digiliya. Have you heard? Kahatagas Digiliya. So now when you are writing, right, when you are writing down the answer for this one, letters in Kahatakas Digiliya, what is the most important point that you need to remember? What is the most important point? Can anyone tell me? This is the word. Who can anything? Can the bad? Or again? Oh, they are Matapude Ahune. Not audible.
එක ඉංග්‍රීසි ලෙටර් එකක් මේ නැවත එක සැරයක් ලිව්වම ආපහු නැවත
Yes, super. Right. So Buddha, you cannot repeat the English letters when you are writing it down here, right? Here you have the Kahatakas Digiliya, right? You have to write down only unique letters inside this. Unique letters inside this. Now let's see how to obtain that. First of all, we have K. So we have to definitely write that, right? K. So I am taking my pencil, and I am cutting this down because I have written it already. Now this is K and I am going to use comma, right? So if you want to separate two elements, right? If you want to separate two elements of this set, you have to use a comma, right? Okay. Now second one, A, right? Here we do not have any, so that is also a unique letter now. This is A. Cut it down. Now we have again H. So here we do not have any H's, right? So we have to write down H. Cancel out. Here we have A. Are we going to write here again A? අපි ආපහු ලියනවද? Are we going to write it? No. No. Yes. Because we have already written down it here, right? So we are not going to write this because we are not going to repeat the same word, same letter. Here we have T. Here we do not have T, so we have to write it. Same thing. Here we have A. Here we have A, so we are not going to write it. Here we have G. Okay. Here we do not have G, so we are going to write it. Cancel out. A already we have, so we are not going to write it. Here we have S, and we have to write S, and that is a unique one. Here we have D. Any D's? No D, so we have to write it. Cancel out. I. No I's. We have to write it. Cancel out. G. G is here, so we are not going to write it. I. Again we have I. Not going to write it. L. No else. We have to write it. Cancel out. I. Already here. No right. Right. Not going to write. Here we have Y. Okay. We have to write. Cancel out. A. Yes. Here we have. So Buddha, this is the unique number of elements that we have to write down. Right. This is the unique number of letters, right? Or unique letters from Kahatagas Digiliya word, right? KAHTGSDILY. That is the unique letters. And they are asking, right? And they are asking, what is the number of elements we have here? Number of elements. Can anyone say how many number of elements are there? Number of elements in set A. Can anyone say the answer for this one? Because they are, yes, some of, yeah. No, never. So you have to count down the letters. Chanudri is asking, is it 10? Yes, Chanudri has given me the answer earlier. Yes. So Uda, let's count the number of the elements. These are called elements. Elements, right? Two elements have been, right? Two elements have been separated by using a comma. Keep that in your mind. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, number of elements in set A, 10. So the each and every short question carries 2 marks. If you have these answers, you will get 2 marks for this one, and so on and so forth. For the part 1, right? Paper number 2, part 1, right? You will be having 2 marks for each and every question. And the side. So let's go for the third one. Right. So digital root of 5828. Okay. So how we are going to find the digital root of this number 5828? Can anyone tell me?
Adding 5 point.
Yeah. So you have to, right, separately add these numbers. You have to add separately these numbers, right? Then you can obtain the digital root, right? So I hope you can Get it? Right? So let's do the working. Yes, channel 3 is saying Eddie. Yes. Yes, so all are right? Your answers are correct. Super. By Eddie. Yes. So if you want to find the digital root of a given number, right? You should add them. 5 plus 8 plus 2 plus 8. Right? Let's see. 5 plus 8, 13. 13 plus 2, 15. 15 plus 8, 23. Is 23 a digital root? Now this gives you a 23. Right? This gives you 23. That
Add
is
again.
yes.
2 plus 2.
Super. Excellent. So this is not the digital root. You have to add these two numbers again. So 2, 3. So 2 plus 3. So your digital root is 5. Yes. Your answers are correct today. Right? All of the answers correct. Right? Some of you guys told me. Yeah, we must add again. Yeah. Nice. Right. So this is the answer for the third gun. Right. Fourth one. Simplify. Ah, nice. Superb gun. Right. Fourth one. Right. So simplify. Right. Simplify. Positive 3.3. Right. And negative 7.5. Right. Negative 7.5. How you are going to do this? From the gun. In last week also, right? Did I told you how to add two directed numbers? Right? What is the sign of 3.3? What is the sign of 3.3? What is the sign nigga? 3.3.
Plus.
Yeah. Yeah, it is positive, right? Is it positive? And what is the sign of 7.5?
Negative.
Yeah, positive and negative, ne? Yeah. Right. So the uttara denna puluwan, right? Yeah, negative. So they are two directed numbers and you have to add them together, right? If you can remember, right, what is the first step that you need to do in order to add two directed numbers? If you want to add two directed numbers like this, what is the first step that you are going to do? Right? First of all, this is a positive number, this is a negative number, and you have to add, right? First step, right? First step, forget the signs. Positive sign, forget it. Negative sign, forget it. Right? Now forget it. Only you have 3.3 and 7.5. Right? Only you have 3.3 and 7.5. Alright. Now you know those are actually two directed numbers. Two directed numbers are, if you have two directed numbers, that means two different signs, and you forget the signs and get the subtraction, right? Get the subtraction of those two numbers, right? So the biggest number is 7.5, right? Biggest number is 7.5. Smallest number is 3.3. So since you have two different signs, you have to get the subtraction, right? Take the subtraction. 5 minus 3, 2. 7 minus 3, 4. Right. 4.2. So your answer should be today 4.2. Is this correct now? Is this correct?
No, sir.
No. What is the remaining part that we have to do in order to get full marks? Huh?
Put negative.
Negative.
Yes, super. Right. So yes, Sirujan. So you have to put negative. Why is that? Right? if you consider this 3.3 and if you consider this 7.45, what is the biggest number of that between 3.3 and 7.5? The biggest number is 7.5, right? Hari, what is the sign of the biggest number? Negative. Negative should be the sign of your answer, right? Biggest number sign. Biggest number is 7.5, right? Sign is negative. So your answer definitely should be negative. Right. So your answer should be negative 4.2. උදේ මේක ඔයාලට විතරක් නෙමෙයි, right? grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11 අයියලා කළටත්, right? වරදිනවා. Still they got, right, most of the times wrong answer. Yesterday also same thing happens. So there is a logic, small logic that you need to by heart. පාඩම් කරගන්න. So you can apply, right? I will tell it once, right? So now these are two different signs. Two different signs, that means two directed numbers, positive and negative. I have positive and negative numbers to be added. Okay, right? So first step, what I have to do, I have to forget the signs. I have to forget the signs. So forget the signs, positive and negative. Now forget. Now I have now two numbers, 3.3 and 7.5. 3.3 and 7.5. Okay. What is the biggest number? Biggest number is 7.5. Alright. Keep that in your mind. Now what I need to do, since they are different signs, I need to get the subtraction. Right? 7.5 minus 3.3. So my answer is 4.2. Okay. Answer is 4.2. But this is not over yet, because we have to define the sign. How we are going to define the sign of my answer? Between two of these numbers, I have 3.3 and 7.5. The biggest number is 7.5. What is the sign of the biggest number? Negative, negative, negative. So my answer definitely should be negative. Alright. So that is how you are going to make logic, right, by yourself, right? And that is how you are going to logic, right? Build logic. Right? So you can get the answer, boys. Right? Okay. You have to think with it. Think. Right? Okay. Right. Next one. Fifth question. Nice. Write down the value of a plus b of the triangle ABC. Alright. Fifth one. So fifth one. This is my triangle. What is this triangle called? What kind of a triangle is this? Can anyone say? What kind of a triangle?
Right angle triangle.
Yes, super. Right angle triangle. Right? If you cannot remember, right, you can write it in a separate place. Right? Draw a triangle like this, right? And this is right angle, and this is right angle, and name it as this is right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. So it would be better to write this is a right angle triangle. Why we call this as a right angle triangle? Right? What is the reason for that? Can anyone say? Why we are telling it? Yes, sir, do we subtract in these types of question number 4? No, they know. You do not have any, right? Here in your grade 7, right? So Chandra is asking a question, Budi. Here in between these two numbers, you have a positive sign. Currently in your grade, you do not have negative signs here. Right? Currently in your grade, when you are going to grade 8, there will be negative signs. Correct? There will be negative signs. Right? So it doesn't matter. Right? So then I can already right? Negative signs will be coming for you. Get the mail. But the Balatina done a film. What of film in Amma? Winter is coming for you. Winter is coming for you. So negative is coming for you guys. So yes. Why do we call this a right angle triangle? Why? What is the reason? Because because of this angle, right? What is the magnitude of this angle? Can anyone say? What is the magnitude of ACB angle? Yes, please. Netbina. මට වාගේ පොඩි ලැග් එකක් ඇවිල්ලා එහෙන් මට ඒකින්ද හරියට අර ක්ලියර්ලි ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ පුතේ. පොඩ්ඩක් චුට්ටක් හයියෙන් කියන්න. Still the same thing. අනිත් අයට ඇහෙනවද දන්නේ නැහැ මට පොඩ්ඩක් ඇහෙනවා මදි. Come on, you can type if you want. Right? So, yes, I think Netmin is saying this is 90 degrees. Yes. So, පුතේ ACB angle is 90 degrees. Magnitude of this ACB angle is yes. Yes, Uday. Yes, super. Right? This is 90 degrees, right? So can anyone tell me what is the magnitude of all three angles of the triangle, of any given triangle? What is the magnitude of all three angles, right? Any given triangle. What is the total? Yeah, super. Chenuga is saying
180 degrees.
yes, Puri, 180 degrees. Right? Chenuga, yes, your answer is correct. Super. Right? Alright. So they are asking from you what is the value of A plus B, right? So A plus B plus 90 equals 180. Interior angles, A plus B plus 90, you can write, right? A plus B plus 90 degrees equal 180 degrees. And you know this, right? Summation of the interior angles of a triangle equals to 180 degrees. Right? 180 degrees. So, right? Now here you have positive 90. Right? When it goes to the other side of the equal mark, what happens? If you want to remove that, if you want to take it to the other side of the equal mark, what can you do? You have to. Can anyone tell me? Madakaran, right? Now remember. Right? Now refresh your mind. What you are going to do? Here we have positive 90. Right? We want to remove this 90 from our left hand side. What we are going to do? Here one. This is a right? Can anyone tell me? Yeah. Yes, Chenuga, yeah. Subtract. Super. Yeah. So, Buddha, now this is my equation. I need to find the value of A plus B. If I want to find the value of A plus B, right? What is the Karadakarya that we need to remove? Make positive 90. Positive 90 is the Karadakarya that we have. We need to remove that Karadakarya from our left hand side. How we are going to remove? That is the important point. This is positive 90. Okay. So what is the opposite thing of positive 90?
Negative 90.
Yes, negative. So we have to negate, we have to subtract 90 from this side and from this side dash. From both sides we have to get the subtraction. So Buddha, let me here. A plus B plus 90. Here we have plus 90, correct? So, opposite thing, negative 9. equals 180. So we have subtract 90 from this side, from our left hand side of the equal mark. And we have to do the same thing to our right hand side as well. Negative 90. Now this is balance. Negative 90, negative 90. Both sides we have same thing. Alright. So tell me the answer for positive 90, negative 90. Can anyone tell me the answer for that term? Positive 90, negative 90. If you simplify them, super, excellent. Channel presence is saying, so the answer is 0. Any other different answers from that? Different answers here. Just
No, sir.
yeah, okay. So I will give you an example for that. ඔයාලට මතක තියාගන්නවා පොඩි hint එකක් දෙන්නම් මේකට. Now පුතා, these are same numbers නේද? Same numbers with different sign. Same numbers with different sign. Now you can remember this thing very easily මෙන්න මෙහෙම like this. Right? Now think of an apple. Right? This is the apple. This is an apple. Right? This is an apple. And I am taking that apple, right? And now I have the apple. Right? Now I am going to give it to you. Right? Now I am going to give it to you, that apple. Now I am giving it to you. Now how many apples are with you? How many apples?
One.
One apple, right? Oh yes, one apple.
One.
Yeah. Now I am going to again take it back from you. Now how many apples?
Zero.
Zero apples. Yes, super. 0 apples. So Uday, I am going to tell you, I am giving apple. Giving means positive. Positive apple. I am taking back apple. Taking means negative apple. Positive apple, negative apple. Right? If I do both, positive apple, negative apple, what is the answer? Same thing, right? Now how many apples are with you? I am giving you an apple, I am taking back apple.
0.
0. So this is giving 90 apples, taking 90 apples back. Giving 90 apples, taking 90 apples back. 0. So that is one of the ways that you can remember. If you see something like this, same numbers with different signs. Apples, apples. These are apples. 90 apples, 90 apples gone. 90 apples come back, 90 apples gone. Right? 0. Cancel out, 0. So in my left hand side, I have A plus B. In my right hand side, what is the value? 180 minus 90. Yeah. Chenuka. Yeah. So previous answer, yeah. Yes. Super. Answer sometimes I might miss them. Right? So most important thing that you need to remember is, right, ABC is a right angle. Sorry, here you have 90 degrees. So the value of A plus B is 90 degrees. If you have this one, your answer is correct. So I will give you a brief introduction for this now. Right? So this is ABC called a right angle triangle. Why we are holding that right angle triangle? Because here we have a right angle. What is the magnitude of the right angle? 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Keep that in your mind. And if I want to find the A plus B value, right? If I want to find the a plus b value, here we have three angles inside this triangle. We know that, right? If we have a triangle, we can say summation of all interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degrees. This is it. So that we can write a plus b plus 90. A plus b plus 90 equals 180. So you know that. So a plus b plus 90. Now this is the further carry that we need to remove plus 90. Right? What is the opposite thing of plus 90? Negative 90. So Uda, if you want to remove this plus 90 from your left hand side, you need to do the opposite thing of that. Plus 90, negate 90. If you are going to negate 90 from your left hand side, you have to negate the same thing from your right hand side as well. Right? Negative 90, 180 minus negative 90. Right? Negate 90. Right? Subtract 90. So positive 90, negative 90, cancel out, 0, giving apple, taking back apple, 0 apples, right? This is C. So in your left hand side, you have A plus B equals 180 minus 90, 90. So this degree thing is essential. This is needed. And make owner and you are a yes, tell. Yeah, super. Alright. That is the fifth one. Sixth one. Right? Sixth one. Now, what do we have here? Express 45 minutes and 2 hours as a ratio in its simplest form. How we are going to do that? 45 minutes and 2 hours. One number is in minutes, the other number is in hours. Can we give it as a ratio? Ratio can we write it as a ratio? 45 minutes and hours? No, right? Yes, no. No, super. Yeah. So then how we are going to represent it as a ratio? Here we have 45 minutes and 2 hours. Okay. Minutes and hours. When it compared to minute and hours is bigger. So hours can be converted into 1 hour. Yes, hours can be converted into minutes. Right? When we are comparing minutes and hours, right? This is IR, right? Sorry, minute is Malli, hours is IN. So it is very easy to convert IA into Malli. But when you are converting Malli into IA, it is hard. Malli into IA, it is hard. But IA into Malli, very easy. So the hours can be converted easily into minutes because 1 hour contains how many number of minutes? 1 hour, yes, super. 60 minutes. Correct. So 1 hour contains 60 minutes. So how many hours are there? 2 hours, huh? 2 hours. So how we are going to convert 2 hours into minutes? So 1 hour equals 60 minutes. There are 2 hours. Yes, multiply by 2. So sorry, multiply by 60 minutes by 2. Right? Multiply 60 minutes by 2. Then we get 2 hours equals 120 minutes. Okay, super. So, Buddha, this is something like this. So, we have here 45 minutes. Here, right? 45 minutes. Right? And here we have 2 hours. Right? Now, I'm going to convert that 2 hours into minutes. Right? So, same unit should be there. 45 minutes. Right? 45 minutes. Ratio. This is how we are going to put ratio. Column. 2 points. Right? 2 hours means 2 times 100 and sorry 2 times 60. So we can get the minutes. again 45 minutes to 120 minutes. Okay, no need to simplify. We can keep it like this. 2 times 60. Now, why didn't I simplify this? Because if we simplify that 2 times 60, I will get again 120. But we need to represent this ratio as we need to represent this ratio as in its simplest form. When we are going to write down the simplest form, definitely we have to divide both sides by the common term. Now here we have 45 in our left hand side, 2 into 60 in our right hand side. Right hand side 2 into 60, left hand side 45. Here. Now we are going to obtain the simplest form. What can we do? For this one and this one. Left hand side then right hand side. What we can do? Both grand. How we are going to represent it in the simplest form? Can anyone say? Oh, the coverage you are. What I got? I don't know. Divide. Yeah. Yes, can yeah. Yes, can right? Divide by the same number. Right? That means same number means common factor. Right? Common factor. By using the common factor, right? We have to divide both sides. Neither. We have to divide both sides. Right? Senoli Bude, are you having a connection problem? Signal strong තැනකට යනකොට හරිද? Senoli. Signal හරි හොඳ තැනකට චුට්ටක් විතර ගිහිල්ලා බලන්න. move වෙලා බලන්න. හරිද? හරි. Okay. So then what is now number that you are going to divide this side and this side? Left hand side and right hand side. What is the common factor? Can anyone say? What would be the common factor? Right? I will choose 15. Yeah, you can divide both sides by 5 as well. Right? You can divide both sides by 5 as well. Right? And you can divide until you get no common factor. Right? Right. So first of all, I will divide by 15. So I want to show something. This side by 15 and this side by 15. Right? So 45 divided by 15. 15, 3. 15 times what? 15 times 3. Right? So my left hand side is now 3. How many 15s are there for 60? How many 15s are there for 60? 4 15s. Ne? 15 times 1, 15 times 4. 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Now, Uda, this is the simplest form. Why is that? Can you find any common factor for 3 and 8? Can you divide it furthermore? 3 and 8? No. Right? That should be the answer. Simplest form is this. Simplest form. Now, Cheluka said me to divide by 5. Okay. I will do that also. So, previously I have, here we have 45 to 2 times 16. 45 to 2 times 16. I am going to divide it by 5. Both sides can be divided by 5. 5. 5. 45 divided by 5. 45 divided by 5.
9.
9. Right? 9. Right here. 60 divided by 5.
12.
Yeah, super. 12. 5 times 1. 5 times 12. 2 times 12. 2 times 12. 20.
4.
Yeah. 24. Now tell me, right? Is there any common number? Is there any common factor to divide this number and this number? to divide this number and this number, is there any common factor? Just check. Yeah, there is a common factor. 3, number 3. You have number 3. So now you are going to divide again both sides by number 3. Right? So we have to divide 3 times. Sorry, 2 times. 9 divided by 3. 3. 24 divided by 3. Multiplication table of 3. Multiplication table of 3. 8. 24 divided by 3. 8. Very nice. Right? Very beautiful. Right? First of all, I have divided both sides by 15. Right? I obtained 3 to 8. And Chenuku said me to divide it by 5 only first. So I have done the same thing. Divided by 5. Or divided by 5 both sides. Then I get 9 to 24. 9 to 24. Then I have again common factor which is 3. And I divide this side by 3 and I divide this side by 3 also. Then again I got 3 to 8. Both of these are correct. But here we have divided 2 times. We have taken an extra step. වැඩිපුර step එකක් ගිහින් තියෙනවා. It is okay. But ඔයාලා පුරුදු වෙනකම්, right? Until you get familiar with these things, හරිද? Do this way. මෙහෙම this way or this way. Both of these ways are correct because your final answer is same. 3 to 8, 3 to 8. That is the final answer that you need to obtain. However, right, you need to obtain that answer 3 to 8. Keep that in mind. So right, the answer is 8, not 4.
Because of the 2 multiplied.
Which one? Where?
The answer.
This one.
Another one. 8.
How this becomes can you see here 2 times 4 mean 60 divided by 15, right? 60 divided by 15 is 4. 15 times 1, 60, right? How many 15s are there for 60? How many 15s are there for 60?
4.
Yeah, here you have 4. So in the numerator again you have 2 here. 2 times 4. What is the value?
8.
2 times 4, 8. Well, so I think yours is that the problem? Ekane prashne.
Yes, sir. Now okay.
Okay. So if you have guys any problem like that, please ask from me. Here again you have 2 times 12. 2 times 12, 24. Right? 2 times 12, 24. So 9 divided by 3, 25 divided 24 divided by 3. 3 to 8. Done. So this should be the answer for the 6th one. වතුර එහෙම තියෙනවා වතුර ටිකක් බොන්න ඕනේ. හරි. වතුර එහෙම තියෙනවා ළඟ වතුර ටිකක් බොන්න. හරි. So let's go to the next one. Right. Now the 7th one. Nice. Super ගානක් තියෙනවා. හරි. මම ආසම දේවල්. හරි. මම ආසම ගණන් තමයි ඔය තියෙන්නේ. Right. So now we have in the 6th one, 7th one, right? Something like this. Simplify 9x plus what will they? 7xy minus 4. And 9x plus 8 minus 7xy minus 4. Now we are going to simplify this. Right? Now we are going to simplify this. Right? Now you need to find like terms first. Wage eva like terms. Right? So
Like 9x and 7x.
are they like terms or different terms? Are they like terms or different terms? Different, ne? Here we have 9x, but here we have 7x y. Here we have 9x. Here we have 7xy. So this term and this term not same. Right? These two terms are not like terms. Right? And 8 and 4. Can you simplify 8 and 4? 8 and minus 4. Can you simplify 8 and minus 4? Yes, ne? Yes, you can simplify. Alright. So how we are going to simplify? So first of all, you have to write 9x here, right? And here we have minus 7xy. That is not a like term for this, right? That is not a like term for this. So we have to write it separately like this. When we have separately, we have right? Then 8 minus 4, what is the value? 8 minus 4?
4.
Yes, positive 4. So this is the answer for this one. Alright, shall I give you guys another one to do so that you can send me the answer to the chat? Alright, so try this one. This is another example for this one. Right? 9x plus 5 minus 7x negative 2. Please send me the answer, right? Send me the answer, data. I want to see who finishes first. I want to see who finishes first.
9x, 7x, 9x, minus, sorry, sir.
So, can anyone send me the answer? Anyone below? So, let's see who finishes first.
9x minus 7x plus 3.
No, you have to find the like terms first. Like terms, simplify the like terms. You have to simplify the like terms first. Oh, I know, they make a Kanimare exam. There will be some questions from this. Make it, Chamudri, there is another term. Right? Yeah. I think Sinara's also is correct. Nowadays, so you have to simplify 9x and 7x. Right? So I will tell you. And now you guys have forgotten the things that you have learned in the school. School again. In the first term, yes. In the first term, the things that you have learned, and second term, the things that you have learned. Now you guys have forgotten. And there will be a definite question. Definitely, there will be a question from this part. Right? So Uda, I will give you a small hint. What is tip එකක් දෙන්න? I will give you a tip. Right? Now remember it. So Uda, here, now can you remember the thing that I told you earlier? Apple. Right? Apple. Now think this X as an apple. Now think this X as an apple. Are there any apples other than this one? Here you have 9 apples now. Are there any apples here? Can you see any apples? Yes or no?
No.
Yes. Can you see any apples? How many apples you can see? Other than that? Here we have 9 apples. How many apples are there? Any
7 apples.
7 apples. Now we are going to add or negate. Add or subtract those 7 apples. Now tell me, add or subtract?
Subtract.
Subtract. Alright. So previously we had 9 apples. Now we have to subtract 7 apples. How many apples now? 9 minus 7?
2.
2 apples. So okay. Yes, 2. Here we have 9 apples. Here we have 7 apples. 9 minus 7. 9 minus 7 means 2 eggs. 2 apples. Alright. Now this one okay. This one okay. Now I have plus 5 and minus 2. 5 minus 2. No? What is the value? 5 minus 2, 3. Plus 3. So this is the answer that you need to get. Right. Shall I give you another one? Another one question from that? ඒක පොඩ්ඩක් satisfy වගේ නේද? ඒක little bit of satisfaction නේද ඉන්නේ? So I need to see who finishes first. This one, nah? Okay, let's do this example number 1. Example number 2. Right. I want to see who finishes first. 10x, right? 10x plus 7y minus 3x minus 2y, right? Now think these things as apple and doda. Now do this. Send me the answer. I want to see who finishes first. So why do we subtract? Puthe Chanudri, because we have a negative sign. That is, we are subtracting. Superb Chanudri, yeah. Chanudri, Puthe, we have a negative sign.
7x plus 5y, sir. The answer.
Yes, superb. So others can you send me the answer? Puthe one word.
7x.
Okay. 7x plus Manuti. Nice.
5.
Oh, there. 5. Yes. Alright. Now then, if you have this kind of thing, alright, now think like මෙහෙම. X means apple. You guys are familiar in apple කන්න ආසයිනේ නේද? ඔයාලා කැමතිනේ apple කන්න නේද? So, there are 10 apples. Here I have minus 3 apples. 10 apples minus 3 apples. 10 minus 3. Apple තුනක් කිල්ලනවා. So we have to give 3 apples back from 10. 10 minus 3, 7 apples, right? 7 apples. That means 7 apples means 7x. Now this one okay, this one okay. Now here we have 7 doda. 7 doda minus 2 doda. 7 doda minus 2 doda. How you are going to do? You have 7. Yes, you have 7 apples. Sorry, 7 doda, right? You have 7. Yes, you have 7 doda, and you are going to eat 2 doda. You have 7 doda, and you are going to eat 2 doda. You have 5 dodam now, right? 5 dodam means 5y. Alright. So hope you got this. මේක තේරුණා කියලා හිතනවා පුතේ. හරිද? මට ඕන වුණේ මේ ඔයාලා හරියටම උත්තරේ ගන්න එක verify කරගන්න. හරි. Super. Yeah, excellent. Right? All of you have got the same answer. Right? Super. But තේරුම් නැත්නම් කියන්න. We are subtracting because in front of this number we have negative sign. That is, we are subtracting our numbers. That is, if we have positive sign, doesn't matter. 5 doda plus 3 doda. 5 apple plus 3 apple. Doesn't matter. Here we have subtracting, so subtracting. Right? Okay. That is 7th one. Right. So let's go for the 8th one. පුතේ මම කරා යනවා slow වැඩිද? Am I too slow of doing this one? Shall I speed this? තව ටිකක් speed කරන්නද? Okay, Chanudri is asking to do another one. Shall we do another last one? One last thing. Okay, so example number 3. මම පුතේ ක්ලාස් එකේ වගේ නම් තියරි ක්ලාස් එකේ වගේ නම් මේවට ගොඩක් එක්සැම්පල් කරනවා, right? Okay, so one thing. Now I want to see who finishes first this one. 11a minus 11a plus 7b plus 2c minus 5a plus b minus c. හරි පුතේ. ඔන්න මම ටිකක් අමාරු එකක් දුන්නේ. දැන් තියෙනවා apple dodang and annasi. You have apple dodang and annasi. Now do this. ඔන්න ටිකක් දැන් හිතන්න ඕන. එච්චර අමාරු නෑ. But this is පට්ට easy. එක වගේම ඒවා දීලත් වැඩක් නෑනේ. හරි. You have to subtract and you have to add, right? Blah blah blah. Chenuka, send me the answer. Nice, super. Balam. What about others කියලා බලන්න. Kirusha, you have to check your answer. No, currently. Last term. Chenuka got the first place. La.
So now it's correct.
Yeah. No need to say 1C, yeah. Chanudri, you have to check your last one. Last term C. Yes, Uday. No need to write 1C. Right? C terms have to be subtracted. Right? C terms have to be subtracted.
6a plus 8b plus c.
Yeah, superb, Devar. That is the answer. Uday, the Manuti, check your sign of the last one. Last C. Check your sign. Yes, Shika's answer is correct, right? Channel is yes. Arabide, shall I discuss this one? Unna, directed numbers, eh? Yeah. Now it's correct. Yes, Sinara, yeah. Your son is also correct. Haribhuti. So this one. Now here you have 11 apples minus 5 apples. 11 minus 5, 6 apples. 6a. Now this one is okay. This one is okay. Are you there? 7. So let's say this is 7 doda. 7 doda. Are there any doda? 7 doda. 7. Here 1 doda. Here we have plus 7. And here we also have plus neither. 7 doda plus 1 doda. 7 plus 1, 8. 8 doda. 8b. 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 This one is okay. This one is okay. Now we have this one and this one. I will take this is pineapple. 2 pineapple. I am going to eat 1 pineapple. Here we have 2 pineapples. Right? I am going to eat 1 pineapple. How many remaining? 1 pineapple. So the 2c minus c, the answer is c. When you are writing this down today, right? 2c minus c. No need to write 1c. No need to write 1c because if you write c, this is already 1c. Terma, right? But here we have 1c, but we didn't write it as 1c. That is okay, but not up to standard. Not up to standard. Make a standard with you. This is the 1c. 1c equals c. 1c equals c. 1 times c, c. So it is keep it as c. So your final answer should be c. C, not 1c, right? If you have something like 1, right? 1 dodarna, you are not going to say 1 dodarni, right? Dodamak, a doda, right? An apple, right? C, a c, c. If you have 2 c's, 2 c. If you have 3 c's, 3 c's. Likewise, right? You can write, but if you have 1 c, you are not going to write 1 c. That is not okay. Okay, right? Yes, Manu. Yes, your answer is correct. Manu, right? Okay, let's continue. Eighth thought. Nice. We have to mix numbers to subtract. Right. Okay, eighth thought. We have two mixed numbers. 8 1, 2 and 2 upon 6 minus 1 and 3 upon 8. We have to subtract. Hurry. How we are going to do this one? We have mixed numbers then. How we are going to convert mixed numbers into improper fraction? Can anyone say? Right? Irusha, no.
Yes, sir.
Can you remember how to convert mixed numbers into improper fraction?
Yes, sir.
So,
Multiply.
Multiply and add.
multiply and add. How I taught you it? Method method.
Clockwise method.
Clockwise method, right? Me. So clockwise method means, right? Here we have the denominator 6. When you are going to the clockwise, you have to multiply these two numbers, and when it goes to this side, right? Upper thing, you have to add them. This is clockwise method. And multiply, add. Right? Multiply, add. Right? Multiply, add. Alright. So now we are going to convert these two numbers, two mixed numbers, into improper fraction, right? Before we are subtracting them. Alright, so my denominator here is 6 because the denominator already 6 here, right? Alright, 6 times 2. 6 times 2, 12. Keep that in your mind. 12. 12 plus 2. 12 plus 2, 40. 40. So numerator is 40. Right. Here I have minus sign. Minus sign. 8 times 1. 8 times 1, 8. Keep that in your mind. 8, 8. 8 plus 3. 8 plus 3, 11. Alright. My numerator is 11. Denominator does not change. Denominator is 8. Alright. Now, how we are going to do this one? Here we have different two denominators. How we are going to obtain the same denominator? Most important thing. Here බලන්න ඔන්න පට්ට case එක. Yes, Chalvia. How we are going to obtain equal denominators for this one and this one? කියන්න දෙපා දෙපැත්ත මාරු කරලා වැඩි කරනවා කියලා ඈ.
Sir, 6 multiplied by 4 and 8 multiplied by 3.
So that you can obtain 24, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Tamtri is also saying same thing. Right? So, right? So, how do you decide 6 multiplied by 4 and 8 multiplied by 3? How do you decide? How do you decide? Correct? That is the point. That is
Find the LCM.
super. You need to find more than. First of all, you need to find the LCM of 6 and 8. That is how we are going to think. If you have two different denominators, you need to find the LCM first. You need to find the LCM first. Right. So we have 6 and 8. I am going to find the LCM. What is called LCM?
Least common multiple.
Super. Least common multiple. මේක ක්ලාස් එකේ එක්කෙනෙක් කියනවා කරුසා මොකද කිව්වද මේ large common multiple මට දෙන්න හිතුණා හරිද least LCM කියලා මොකක්ද what is LCM sir large common multiple කිව්වා හරි තපාට large common multiple කිව්වා මම බලනවා කවුද කියලා yeah so the LCM of 6 and 8 how we are going to find it? How we are going to find 6 and 8? Right? We have to divide 6 and 8 by the smallest prime factor, which is 2. Right? 2 times 3, 6. 2 times 4, 8. Then again, I can divide this 4 by 2. So I have to divide it by using 2. So 3 cannot be divided by 2. So keep as it is. Right? 2 times 2, 4. Again, I can use 2 here, right? Because here we have 2. 2 times here we cannot divide 3. 2 can be divided by 2. 2 times 1, right? 3 times 1, 3, comma 1. Until you get 1, comma 1 at the end, you have to divide. And how you are going to obtain the LCM? This is the way. You can obtain the LCM of these 6 and 8 by multiplying these four numbers together. Here we have 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. Right? So this is the way. Right? So 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 3, 24. Our LCM is 24. In another word, what is our LCM called? Common denominator. So this 24 should be our common denominator. Common denominator. So we are going to convert our 6 into 24. we are going to convert our 8 into 24. Now multiplication table. Right? You need to by heart that one. ඒකට පුතේ කෙටි ක්‍රම තියාගන්න එපා. පොද්දට පාඩම් කරන multiplication table. You need to by heart the multiplication table whatever the cost. හරි උත්තර මතක තියාගන්න. Right? Keep that in your mind very well. Right? Well, you can be a genius. What a superior වැඩක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් if you know the multiplication table very well. That means if I ask somewhere of the multiplication table from you guys, I will ask right? Right? 6 times 8. You no need to think too much. 6 times 8, 48. Done. 9 times 9, 81. Right? So on and so forth. 9 times 7, 63. Alright, angili nama here right? Right? Fold your fingers are 9 times 7, 7 times 9, blah blah blah. 9 times 7, 63. 9 times 9, 81. So on and so forth, right? Likewise. So you have to go through the multiplication table and you have to by heart study the multiplication table superior. කෙටි ක්‍රම මතක තියාගන්න එපා. ඒක it's taking too much time. හරි ඒක බොරු වැඩ. හරිද? ඔයා මේ මතක තියාගන්න ක්‍රමේ මතක තියාගන්න තව ටිකක් ඔයාගේ ඔළුවෙන් ඉඩ යනවා. හරිද? multiplication table එකේ 9 වෙනි චක්‍රේ මතක තියාගන්න මේ විදිහට. ඒකත් මතක තියාගන්න එපා. කොයි විදිහටද කියලා ඇඟිලි නමනවා මේව කරනවා හරි. වැඩ ගොඩයි. පාඩම් කරෝ if you by heart that, right? If you study the table, multiplication table, nothing, right? 5 times 7, 35. 6 times 8, 48, right? 7 times 7, 49, blah, blah, blah. Right, okay. So now this is 12 here. This is 24 and 24 should be a common denominator. So now you need to convert 6 into 24. You need to convert 8 into 24. How we are going to do that? 6 should be multiplied by 4 to convert into 24. 6 times 4, 24. 8 multiplied by 3, 24. Alright, so you guys have given me the correct answer. So I will do that. Here you have 14 upon 6. Right? Extended division. Multiply both numerator and the denominator by the same number. 6 times 4, 24. Numerator should be multiplied by the same. Here we have 11 upon 8. 8 needs to be converted into 24. How we are going to convert into 24? By multiplying by 3, both numerator and the denominator. Right? Right. Simplify. 14 times 4. 4 times 4, 16. Remainders 1. 4 times 1, 4. Plus 1, 5. 56. 6 times 4, you already know 24. 24. Here you have negative sign. Negative sign. 11 times 3, 33. Divide by 8 times 3, 24. Now, what is in it? What happens to the denominators? They are equal. So, forget them. Forget the denominators. Now, you have 56 minus 33. 56 minus 33, what would be the answer? Yeah, 23 is the answer. Right? 56 minus 33. 23. So, yes. Numerator is 23. 23 divided by 24. Right? 23 divided by 24. So, this should be your answer. Make another answer. Shall we take the break? So, right. කලින් නම් හිටිය මේ අපේ මුස්ලිම් යාළුවෝ දෙන්නේ මම දන්නේ දැන් මොකක් කළාද කියලා ඒගොල්ලෝ නෑ කොහොමද. So Buddha, shall we have the break now? Normally we are giving the break right now. Right. So you can have a 5-minute break today. Right. So I will put the ninth one here. Right. So what we have here, if p equals xy minus 50. P equals x times y minus 50, right? find the value of P when x equals 5 and y equals 10. We have to substitute, right? X equals 5 where we have x, y equals 10 where we have 10. Sorry, where we have y, right? So the whether P equals, instead of x, I am going to write, I'm going to substitute 5, right? Instead of x. 5 multiplied by, because x multiplied by y means 10. So substitute minus 50. And 5 times 10, 15. 50 minus 15, you will get 35 as the answer. So value of P equals 35. That cut easy, right? Marvel easy. Definitely you will be having this kind of question in your exam. So 10th one, length, breadth and the volume of a cuboid shaped solid are 5 centimeter, 4 centimeter and 60 cubic centimeter respectively. Right? Find the height of the solid. Solid means find the height of the cuboid. Right? So normally, right, when you have this kind of a cuboid, well, this is the cuboid. This is the cuboid. And if I take this as the length, simple L, and this as the breadth, simple B, and this as the height, simple H. Simple H. Right? So how we are going to write down the volume of the cuboid? Length into breadth into height. Right. So now here we have given length has been given, breadth has been given. Length is 4 centimeters. Right? 4 centimeters. Can you see it? 4 centimeters. Breadth is, sorry, no, length is 5 centimeters. Sir. Length is 5 centimeters. Breadth is 4 centimeters. Height is 6. Sorry, height we have to find. Right? We do not know what is our height, and volume has been given 60 cubic centimeters. Right? Volume. Volume of this cuboid can be written down as 60 cubic centimeters. Right? So by looking at LBS, length, breadth and height, we can write down the volume of the cuboid in a different way as well. Right? So how we are going to write the volume? Using length, breadth and height. So you have to multiply. Length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height equals 16. Length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height equals 60 cubic centimeters. So right? Okay. Now here we have to find height. So it should be centimeters. It should be centimeters, and we have to find the value. Right? H equals what? Right? H equals which number? Right? How many centimeters? So we know L, we know breadth, right? B, we know B, L and B both know. Right? No. And we have to find H only. Let's find. So here we have L. Instead of L, I am going to substitute 5. Right? Instead of B, I am going to substitute 4. And we have to find H. So keep it as it is. This is equal to 60. Now Buddha, 5 times 4, 20. Right? So 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times H. Alright. So this is equal to 60. Now tell me how to find the value of H. What is this 20? 20 is situated as a, right, multiple with H. Multiple with H. 20 multiplied by H. So if you want to remove 20 of your left hand side, what should be done? What you gonna know? If you want to remove 20 from here, from your left hand side, right? What should be done? As I heard, as I asked from you earlier, right? Because previously we have in the left hand side positive 90, right? Positive 90. If we want to remove positive 90, we did the opposite thing. If you want to remove 20 from your left hand side, what you are going to do? What is the opposite thing of multiplication? Here is not subtract. Multiplication is opposite thing is subtract. Yes. So divide both sides by which number? Divide both sides by which number? 20. Yeah, 20. So here I will write it here. This one I will write it here. Right? 20 multiplied by 8 equals 60. Right? So same thing. Same step. So I am going to divide this side by 20 and this side by 20. 20 divided by 20. 20 times 1, 20 times 1. 60 divided by 20. What is the value?
30.
30 or 3? 60.
3.
Yes, 3. 60 divided by 3 means 60 divided by 20. Sorry. 60 divided by 20. 60 divided by 20 means how many 20s are there for 60? 3. Yes, 3. So H equals 3. Now is this answer completed? Is this answer correct? Make it a full marks? Are you
No.
with? No. Why is that? Why is
Put
that?
the centimeter.
Super, excellent. So this is not the complete answer, right? If you put centimeters at the end as the unit, right? Because H is height, H is height, right? Height. 8 should be centimeters. So you need to mention the unit of this length, centimeters. Otherwise, you won't get, right? You will not get full marks. You will lose marks. Arute, keep that in your mind. H equals 3 centimeters. So this is your final answer for the 10th question. Arutha, right. Let's go for 11th. Right. Scale diagram. Stupid. Right. 11th one. In a scale diagram, 8 meter is represented by 2 centimeters. Right? 8 meter is represented by using 2 centimeters. What is that? 8 meters means very big length. Very big length now. It should be the actual length. Actually, keep that in your mind. 8 meters very big length. 8 meters actually. 8 meters is represented by 2 centimeters. Represented by 2 centimeters. Small length. Small length. We have a small length. Should be represented by it should be scale length which compared to the big one. Right? Compared to the big length, right? We have 2 centimeters. We are going to represent that 8 meters by using small 2 centimeters. So our scale length is 2 centimeters. Actual length is 8 meters. So by using 2 centimeters, we are going to represent actual length of 8 meters. So this is my scale length in my left hand side, actual length in my right hand side. So normally when we are doing a scale length question, always my left hand side is my scale length. Of right hand side of this arrow is my actual length. Right hand side of this arrow, actual length. Left hand side of this arrow, scale length. Right? Scale length 2 centimeters. Actual length 8 meters. So by using 2 centimeters, I am going to represent 8 meter long path. Right. So now they are asking, express the scale as a ratio. Okay. If I want to represent this 2 centimeter and 8 meter as a ratio, but here we have centimeters, here we have meters. Can we represent it as a ratio? Because we have two different units. Can we represent?
Convert both centimeter.
Yes, superb. Convert both into centimeters. Neither. Here we have Malli, centimeters. Here we have Ayya, meters. So, Ayya needs to convert it into Mokanda. Ayya needs to Ayya needs to convert it into Malli. Yes. How you are going to convert it meters into Malli, meters into centimeters, Ayya into Malli? What is the relationship between meters and centimeters? 1 meter equals
100,000.
100 centimeters. So, if 1 meter equals 100 centimeters, then 8 meters equals what's up?
800 centimeter.
800 centimeters. Correct. So, here we have centimeters, here we have meters. If we want to obtain same units of both sides, we need to convert this into same unit. So, this is 2 centimeters, right? And by using 2 centimeters, you are going to represent 8 into 100 so that you can obtain centimeters. Now both are in same unit, centimeter, centimeter, right? Centimeter, centimeter, done, super. So now you can represent this as a ratio. 2, right? 2, 2, right? This is the ratio in column, right? 2 to 8 into 100. Is this the simplest form? Is this the simplest form, or you can simplify it furthermore? Or like previous we did, we divide both sides, right? So we can divide this side by which number? And this side by which number? What is the common factor for both sides? What is the common factor for both sides? Again, which number are you going to divide both sides? 2. So if you want to keep this in the simplest form, you are going to divide this side by 2, this side by 2. Right. 2 divided by 2, 1. Colon. Here 8 divided by 2, 2 times 1, 2 times 4, 4 times 100, 400. Right. So this is the ratio. This should be your answer. 1 to 400. Right. 1 to 400. So first of all, you have to write down 2 centimeter represent 8 meters. Right. 2 centimeter represent 8 meters. Here we have centimeters, here we have meters. If we have different 2 units, we cannot express it as a ratio. We have different 2 units, we cannot express it as a ratio. So that we are going to convert this meter into centimeter. Ayya into Malli. We are going to convert this Ayya into Malli. Right? Malli is the centimeter. So we are going to multiply 8 by 100. 8 by 100, 800. So 2 to 800. Normally I didn't simplify here. Right? If you want, you can simplify it. Like this. 8 times 100, 800. Right? This is equal to 800. Right? So here you can put 800. Right? So 2 to 800, you need to keep this as simplest form. Divide 2, both sides you need to divide by 2. 2 divided by 2, 1. 800 divided by 2, 400. So this is your answer. Right? So this is how we are going to obtain the final answer. Right. Now, this is your final answer for the 11th one. 1 to 400. Right. 12th one. Right. A bus leaves Colombo at 7:30 a.m. Right? A bus leaves Colombo. Right? So this is my 12th one. Colombo. 7:30 a.m. Reach Anuradhapura. So it goes to the Anuradhapura by 1 p.m. 1 p.m. at noon. Right? Find the time taken for the journey. Right? Find the time taken for the journey. Right? Okay, so I will draw something like this. Now this is morning, Colombo. (7:30 a.m.) Now this is ending point, Anuradhapura. Blah blah blah. 1 p.m. So how you are going to find the total time period that taken? Right? So 7:30 a.m. Right? So somewhere around here there should be 12 p.m. Right? Yes, 12 p.m. So Buddha, 12 minus 7:30 a.m. How many hours are there? Yes, 5 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, that should be the answer. So 30 a.m. to 12 p.m. How many hours are there? 12 minus 7, 4, right? And here you have 30 minutes, 4.5 hours. That means 4 and 30 minutes. 4 hours and 30 minutes. Subtract here. 12 p.m. 7:30. Right? 12 to 1 p.m. How many hours are there? 1 hour. Right? Now all together, what is the final value? Time taken for the journey, you can write 4 hours plus 30 minutes plus 1 hour. Right? Or else 4 hours plus 30 minutes plus 1 hour. 4 hours plus 1 hour, 5 hours plus 30 minutes. 5 hours and 30 minutes. Right? So full time taken is 5 hours and 30 minutes. Right, 13th one. 13th one. 4 to the power 3. Alright, and 3 to the power 4. You have to choose the biggest number. How you are going to choose the biggest number? From these two. Right? How you are going to choose the biggest number from these two? Right? You have, yes. Yeah, you have to simplify first. Right? 4 to the power 3 means what? How you are going to expand 4 to the power 3? Right? You are going to repeatedly multiply 4 3 times. Right? You can expand this 4. 4 to the power 3 means 4 into 4 into 4. Right?
64.
Yeah, superb. 64. Right? 3 to the power 4. 3 should be multiplied repeatedly. 4.
4.
Yeah, repeatedly 4 times. 3 times, 3 times, 3 times, 3. Make
81.
yes, nice, superb. 81. So, Buddha, these are the two answers that you can give. 4 into 4, 16. 16 into 4, 64. 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3, 27. 27 times 3, 81. Now, which one is bigger? 81 is the bigger. Right? 81 means 3 to the power 4. 3 to the power 4 is the largest number. So, Buddha, you can say 3 to the power 4 is the largest number. Right. Okay. 64 is the smallest, 81 is the biggest. 81 representing 3 to the power 4. So 3 to the power 4 is the largest number. So this should be your answer. Right. 14th one. So now length of square is x plus 3 centimeters. So side of a length, right, of the square is x plus 3 centimeters, and they ask you write down an algebraic expression for the perimeter. You know how to find the perimeter of the square, eh? You know how to find the perimeter of a square, L, right? So what is the square? All the sides, all the 4 sides are equal in length for a square. Name. And these angles are 90 degrees. Right? So if this is the length L, you can write down the perimeter L multiplied by 4. You can add L 4 times. Ne? So perimeter can be written down as of the square perimeter equals L plus L plus L plus L. L plus L plus L plus L. L plus L 2L. 2L plus L 3L. 3L plus L 4L. Right. 4L. So the length of one side multiplied by 4 because we have 4 sides, right? Length of one side should be multiplied by 4 because we have 4 equal sides. Right? So 4 into L. 4 into L. Right. So likewise, they have given length of one side of a square is x plus 3 centimeters. So that means L equals our length equals x plus 3. So we can write the expression for the perimeter of a square. Perimeter equals 4 times L. That means 4 times x plus 3. This should be a final answer. Correct. That should be a final answer. 4 times the length of a side. 4 times the length of the side. Because all 4 sides are equal of a square. Right? L plus L plus L plus L. 4L. Right? So instead of L, you can substitute x plus 3. Doesn't matter. You can directly obtain the answer. Directly you can write. No need to write this. No need to write this. This should be answer. Done. If you know the concept, this is the answer. Right? If you I wrote all the things because you need to understand it. Right? You need to remember it. Right? You need to refresh your knowledge. So that's why I write down the first thing. Correct? L plus L plus L plus L. Correct. So let's go for the 15th one. 15 one. I will do it here. Now you have to choose, right? Which fraction is the biggest fraction or which fraction is the smallest fraction. So you have to put the correct inequality mark, right, in between two fractions. Right, let's see. 15th one. 8 and 3 upon 7. Right, here we have blank. 8 and 3 upon 4. So Buddha, what? This is a mixed number. Two mixed numbers. What can you say about the whole number part? Are they equal or different? Whole number part? Are they? Huh? How they? Different? No, not equal. Not equal. Equal. Whole number part. Both of these fractions equal. Yes, equal. Right. So whole number is equal because both of them are 8. Those kind of situation we can forget whole number part because they are equally, so doesn't matter. Equal doesn't matter, right? If one of these whole number is greater than some, right, the other one, that is the greatest number, right? If the greatest whole number, if this is 9 and if this is 8, this one is the greatest fraction. But here both of them are equal. So we have to forget the whole number part because they are equal. And we have to compare the fractional part only. So 3 upon 7 and 3 upon 4. Right. Now what can you say about the numerators of the fractional part? Those are also equal. Right? Those are also equal. What equal? Right. So we can forget that one also. Right? Numerator is also equal. It doesn't matter. Right? Where do we have the biggest denominator? Right? What is the biggest denominator? 7 or 4? 7. So if you have the biggest denominator, is it the small fraction or the biggest fraction? If where you have the biggest denominator, is that fraction is the smallest one or the biggest one? Yeah. So that should be the smaller. Where you have the smaller denominator, right? Sorry, where you have the biggest denominator of both fractions is the smallest fraction. So this fraction is the smallest fraction when it compares to both fractions. So the answer should be this, right? So this continues up here, right? So 8, 10, 3 upon 7 is the smallest one, right? 8, 10, 3 upon 4 is the biggest one. So your answer should be this. 8, 10, 3 upon 7 less than 8, 10, 3 upon 4. Right? So that should be your answer. Correct. Your answers are correct. Correct. So why can't we do like we multiply the whole number and add? No need to do that because you have to compare it. You have to compare the mixed numbers. And when you compare these two numbers, right, 8 and 8, you can see both of them are equal. So it doesn't matter. Now, for an example, think like this. Now, same thing, but I will write different whole number part. This is 9 and 3 upon 7. Right? And this is 8 and 3 upon 4. Right? Now, you need to decide which fraction is the biggest fraction. Right? By looking at this, at once you can say this is the biggest one. No need to no need to even think. No need to even think. Right? By looking at the whole number parts, you can directly tell. Right? By looking at the whole number parts, you can directly tell which one is the biggest fraction. Hi guys. So tell me, which is the biggest from this? Which is the biggest from this?
First.
Super. Okay. First one is the biggest one. Why is that? Hey, when you
4, 9 and 8.
yes, me whole number. When you compare the whole number, right? This is 9. 9 is greater than 8. 9 is greater than 8. Done. Done. But here, 8 and 8. There is nothing to compare. Both are equal. So that's why I said forget it. Then we have to compare 3 upon 7 and 3 upon 4. Right? Then we have to compare 3 upon 7, our fractional part. 3 upon 7 and 3 upon 4. When we consider the numerators, those are also equal. Doesn't matter. Forget it. Now we have to compare the denominators. 7 and 4. Right? The fraction which is having the biggest denominator is the smallest fraction. Alright? So shall I write it here so that you can remind into this, right? So this is for your knowledge. This one is for your knowledge. Alright? The fraction, alright, clear, write down. The fraction which include the largest denominator is the smallest fraction, right? Vice versa thing, opposite thing, smallest fraction. Right? Okay, අනිත් පැත්ත, right? And the fraction which include the smallest denominator is the largest fraction, the other thing, right? The vice versa thing. Okay, Sharon. Right. So the this is 15th only. Okay, let's do 16th one. Fine. Now look at the work. Actually, this is not no need to look at me. You know, guys. 16th one very easy. Right. This is very easy. AB, OC. O is the center of the circle. write down the names of OC and AB. What is it, right? What is called OC? Mulli of AB, right? Mulli of AB is OC. What is called OC?
Radius.
Super radius. OC is the mulli, right? OC equals radius. What is called AB then?
Diameter.
Diameter.
Yes, diameter. Super. Now, diameter is how many times of radius? That is an extra thing. Amatareka. Diameter is how many times of radius? Iya is how many times of mulli? Iya is how many times of mulli? Iya is how many times of mulli? Yes, most of you guys send me the answer. Chenuka and Chanukri, yes, 2 times. Diameter is AB is 2 times of radius. OC. 2 times of OC equals AB. Radius, 2 radius, 2 radii. Radii, 2 radii. Keep that in mind, right? If you want, you can write. Diameter is, right? Diameter is 2 times of radius. Right? Shall I write it? So that you can write me? No, mother, yeah. It's these things can be sometimes in the exam. Or sometimes. Diameter equals 2 times radius. Two times radius. So then may why I am doing this like this may because I am reminding all the things right from the lessons. Remind karna, right? It is something like if you are discussing one paper with me, it is equal to 2 papers, right? Sometimes, right? Each and every question I am giving you an extra thing, right? Each and every question I am giving you an extra thing. Sometimes this might be another question for another paper. This part ඔයාලගේ පුතේ අම්මලා එහෙම බෑග්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකේ ඉන්නවනම් අහගෙන බෑග්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකේ ඉන්නවනම් ඔයාලගේ අම්මලා එහෙම sometimes මේ මේගොල්ලෝ ඔය කෙමිස්ට්‍රි රසායන විද්‍යාව එතකොට ඒවා කරලා තියෙනවා කෙමිස්ට්‍රි ඊට පස්සේ ෆිසික්ස් හරි ඒවා කරලා තියෙනවා නම් ක්ලාස් ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවා නම් ආවිද මේ සමහර අම්මලා තාත්තලා ඇති ඔයාලගේ පුතේ හරිද කියන්නේ කෙමිස්ට්‍රි ෆිසික්ස් වගේ කරපු කට්ටිය කේසිරි සර්ගේ ඊළඟසේ ආයෙත් ශ්‍රීනාත් වික්‍රමසිංහ කියලා සර් කෙනෙක් හරිද ඒගොල්ලෝ paper එකක් discuss කරනකොට when they are discussing a paper right they are giving a full discussion for a single question හරිද it covers each and every lesson හරිද ගන්න තියෙන හැමතැනින්ම they are taking each and every facts that you need to remember right so that it will help you to remember and refresh your knowledge throughout the whole syllabus හරිනේ same thing that I am doing because I was attended the class of Kesiri Vitanagi and in the third chai in my A level I went to Srinath Vikram Singh as well for a little bit of time. Those people are giving full discussion for a single question. Poti question chuti small question but we are writing down like a page discussion discussion so this is some kind of a discussion so මම discuss කරනවා පුතේ ඕගොල්ලන්ට මේ මේක විතරක් කරන්න ඇති no need to do this one wait do I need to remember these things to you right when I am discussing this small question no do I need to give this to you no need to give these things to you but I am giving you this today so that you know how to answer another question right if it is different for this one මේකට වඩා වෙනස් එකක් නම් you know how to give මේක නේද කිව්වේ so that I need to compare only the whole number part of these two fractions done right? Without any mixed numbers, if you have been given two fractions, you know how to compare, right? The fraction which include the largest denominator is smallest fraction. Done. This one, OC radius, AB diameter. Only these two is needed for this question. But this, right? They can ask what is the relationship between diameter and radius. You have to write this. Diameter equals 2 times radius. And that is why I am discussing blah 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 things, right? So that you can refresh your knowledge more. Right. Okay. 16th one. Okay. Find the LCM. Right. You have to find the LCM of this one. Right. Tell me how to find the LCM by using this. By using these values, how you are going to find the LCM? Tell me. Oh, අටේ විදිද? විදිමතද? කවුරු කියන්නේ බං? කියන්න. I am giving you the chance to tell. Then by using this, how you are going to find the LCM. Oh, no one? Okay, do this one. Right, do this question. Find LCM and highest common factor. All out करना है. And do this one and send me the answers for LCM, right? LCM and HCF. When you are finding, here you have the multiples of prime factors. 12 can be written down as 2 times 2 times 3 by using the prime factors, right? Multiples of prime factors. 18, 2 times 3 times 3, you will get 18, right? As multiples of prime factors. 24, 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, you will get 24 as multiples of prime factors, right? So, how we are going to find the HCF? Highest common factor. If you want to find the HCF, right? If you want to find the HCF, you need to choose the common factors for all of these three numbers, right? Common factors for all of these three numbers. So shall we find? This 2 is common and this 2 is common, 2, 2, and here this is one of the common terms for all of the three numbers. Right, now let's move the next term. 2. Here, do we find any 2? Whether any 2 is there? No,
No.
no. So this 2 is not a common factor now. Right? This 2 is not a common factor for all of the three. Because here we do not find any 2, number 2. Right. 3. 3. And here again 3. And here we have 3. Ne? Yes, me. Nice. So we can join them. Are there any common factors like this? No. So this 2 can be written down like this. Okay, no need to put this kind of arrows. Arrows done on there, but I have put it for your understanding, so that you can understand, this is how I am going to get. But you want to highlight this like this, right? Highlight correct. That would be great. Right? And like this way, common numbers for all of the three numbers. So 3 is also a common factor. So your highest common factor is 2 times 3, 6. Right. So I will write it again. 12, 18, 25. 2 times 3, 2 times 3 times 3, 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Alright. Now, this is how we are going to find the highest common factor or HCF. Now, you are going to find the least common factor, LCM. Right? So this is for HCF. This is for LCM. Right? So how you are going to write this 2 times 2 in another way? How you are going to archive it? Right? How you are going to write it as a index form, right? 2 times 2, 2 to the power 2, right? So this one can be written down as 2 to the power 2, this one, right? Make a 3, just 3 to the power 1. Okay. Like by using the same thing, how we are going to write this make only 2 to the power 1. 3 times 3, 3 to the power 2. 2 to the power 1, 3 to the power 2. Okay. This one, 2, 2, 2, multiply 2, multiply 2, multiply 2. 2 to the power 3. Multiply 3 to the power 1. Alright. Now what I see? Now here we have 2 to the powers. 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 3. Right? Among 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 3. What is the highest power? 2 to the power 2 or 2 to the power 1 or 2 to the power 3? What is the highest? 2 to the power 3. Right? So, if you want to find the LCM, you need to choose the highest repeated number from 2's. Right? If you are not familiar with this, make it a familiar nathang. If you are not familiar with this one, you can do this one as well. Right? So let me take my red pen. When you are finding the LCM, right? When you are finding the LCM, if you forget this, make a mataka nathang. If you are not familiar with this, right? By looking at this one, and this one, what you need to do? Choose highest repeated number first from the 2, right? Here we have 2 times 2, here we have only 1, 2. Here we have 2 times 2 times 2. So we round it and take it down, right? Take it down. LCM is then 2 times 2 times 2, right? Okay. Now the story of 2 is over. Dekhe katha ivar. Right? 3. Here we have 1 3. Here we have 2 trees. Here we have 1 tree. What is the highest? Highest repeated?
The power 2.
Yeah, 3 to the power 2, right? From here you have to choose. Here we have 3 to the power 1, 3 to the power 2. Here we have 3 to the power 1. You need to choose this. Right? If you are not familiar with that, by looking at this, here we have 1, 3. Here we have 2, 3. Here we have 1, 3. So 2, 3 is the biggest term. Take this down. Multiply by 3. Multiply by 3. So same thing put here. This one and this one. Correct? Doesn't matter for me. I have drawn some arrowhead because you need to understand that clearly. So multiply this. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 3, 24. 24 times 3,
76.
76.
6.
Whatever 74. Super. 76. Correct. So this is the way that you are going to do. Correct? Okay. So let's move to the next one. 18th one. Nice. We have an equation. We have an equation. My favorite. So we have done this one earlier. This kind of things. We have solved some equations earlier. Right? Right. Okay. 5x minus 8. 18th one. 5x minus 8, right, equals 12. So how we are going to find the value of x? So how we are going to find the value of x? Right? So if you want to find the value of x, what is the Khardara Karya? The Khardara Karya that we need to remove first. X is here, right? X is here. Right? Minus 8 is a Karadarakar, minus 8. So, how we are going to remove that minus 8 from our left hand side? What is the opposite thing of minus 8?
Plus 8.
Plus 8. Superb. So, we are going to add 8 to my left hand side. Yes, to my right hand side. I am going to add 8 to both sides of the equal mark. Middle. So first step. This is 5x. Here we have minus 8. If I want to remove minus 8, I need to add 8 to both sides. Make. Now can you remember the thing that I told you? What is this? What is this? What is the value of negative 8 and positive 8? What is the value? One of them matagane. One of them matagane.
0.
0. Right? Me? Minus means taking 8. Right? Positive means giving. Me? And giving 8 double, taking 8 double back. Me? Giving 8 double, taking 8 double. 0. This is 0. So in my left hand side, I have 5x only. 5x equals 12 plus 8, 20. Right. Now how you are going to find the value of x? How you are going to remove 5? Yes, superb. You have given me answer. Superb. 0.
Dividing.
Superb. How you are going to read this? How to read karan mega? Right? Can anyone tell me how to read this? How you are going to read? Don't think. How you are going to read? Tell me how you are going to read. Ken, how you are going to read this?
5x.
5x.
Uh, what is the operation between 5 and x? What is the operation?
Multiply.
Multiple.
Super. 5 times x name. 5 multiply x name. 5 multiply x. Multiply now. What is the opposite thing? If multiply, what is the opposite thing of multiplication?
Division.
divide. So if you want to remove 5 from your left hand side, you need to divide both sides by which number?
5.
It says 5.
Five.
Here we have 5. This is multiplication. 5 multiplied by x are multiplying it. So that I need to do the opposite of multiplication. That means division. So I need to divide both sides by 5. Make very beautiful. Right? Interesting. 5 divided by 5. 1. Right? X equals 20 divided by 5. 4. Right? Very easy. Okay, if you catch the pattern, right? If you catch the pattern, මේ ගණන් කියන එක nothing. හරිද? most of you guys are missing the basics. පුතේ ඔයාලට basics තමයි මේ case වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. අවුල් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. හරිද? ඒ කියන්නේ basic ටික ඔයගොල්ලෝ කොහෙන් හරි අල්ලගෙන නැහැ. එක්ක කියලා දීලා එක්ක මතක නැහැ. එහෙම තමයි වෙන්නේ ගොඩක් වෙලා. හරිද? එක්ක practice කරලා නැහැ. හරි? That is the case, sir. These are basics. Alright. Okay. So x equals 4. So then 19th one. Subtract. You need to subtract. What is to be subtract? Malli and Aya. Meter and centimeter. Meter is Aya, centimeter is Malli. Right. 8 meter and 50 centimeter. Subtract 3 meters and 70 centimeters. Okay. Here we have 50 centimeters and here we have 70 centimeters. Can we subtract? No. 50 minus 70. We cannot make. So we have to take 1 meter from here. 1 meter from our left hand side. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Keep this in your mind. That means if you are taking 1 meter from here, right? If you are taking 1 meter from here, when it goes to this centimeter side, Malli side, what it would become? What is to be converted? What is the number? If you are taking 1 meter from here to this side, to centimeter side, what is the number that you are having? You are taking 1 meter. Go. No one giving me an answer.
150.
Yeah, 150, right? So you are taking 1 meter from your left hand side. So that means you are taking 100 centimeters to your right hand side. 100 plus 50. 150. 100 plus 50, 150. Now you can subtract 150 minus 70. 0 minus 0, 0. Here we have 15. 15 minus 7, 8. Alright, Pudi. So 8 centimeters. Now previously we had here 8. But we took 1 meter to our right hand side. Now how many meters left?
7.
7. Here we have 7. 7 minus 3?
4.
4. Yes, super. So your answer would be 4 meter and 80 centimeters. 4 meter and 80 centimeters. Alright, so this should be your answer, right? 20th one. Express 1 liter, right? 1 liter and 465 milliliters in milliliters. If you want to convert this into milliliters, what should you know? What you need to know? 1 liter contains, right? You need to know 1 liter contains how many milliliters?
1000 milliliter.
Yeah, 1000 milliliters. Right? Super. Right? So here we have already 465 milliliters. So we can convert this into milliliters. Right? Here we have 1 liter. Instead of 1 liter, I will substitute 1000 milliliters and I will add to that 465 milliliters. So the totally 1000 plus 465 is 1465 milliliters.
5 milliliter.
Yes, super. Yes, sir. Then next one. Express 550 milliliters in liters. So how we are going to do that? Milliliters into liters. Milliliters into liters. How we are going to do that? Now think like this. Now tell me, which one is the higher? Milliliter or liter? Which one is the elder brother? Huh? Liters. Elder brother is liter. Hurry this. Hurry. So you are going to convert mulli into higher. Hurry this. Each and every unit pute, you need to remember this one. What make man danno make amaru it. Right? At once you didn't get this one. What එක පාට ඔලුවට එන්නේ නැහැ. අයියෝ unit conversion. How am I going to do this? මේක බෙදනවද වැඩි කරනවද? I am going to multiply this or divide this. Blah blah blah. හරිද? You need to remember this pattern. Hurry. Now this is mulli and you have to convert mulli into ayya. Mulli into ayya na divide. Hurry. Mulli into ayya na divide. Ayya into mulli na me 1 liter into milliliter na. Again ayya into mulli multiply. Hurry. Each and every unit conversion this is valid. Make a valid. Make a true. Hurry. So this is the thing that you need to remember. Hurry. Ayya into mulli. Right? Right? Elder brother into small brother. Hurry. Whatever. Right? Junior. Right? Elder to junior. Right? Ayya into mulli na. You have to use division. Right? Divide. Then vice versa. Sorry, ayya into mulli. Ayya into mulli na divide and multiply. Right? Multiply. Mulli into ayya.
Divide.
Yes, divide. Mulli into ayya na. Divide. But you need to know, right? When you are dividing and multiplying, what would be the number that you are going to multiply? What would be the number you are going to divide? Hurry. Make ayya liter into mulli. Ayya into mulli. Multiply by 1000. 1 multiplied by 1000, 1000 milliliters. Mulli into ayya. Right? Mulli into ayya. Mulli into ayya. Divide. Divide by which number? 1000. Right? You have to divide 550 by 1000 so that you can obtain liters. Right? So make mulli into ayya. Mulli into ayya you have to divide. Divide from which number? 1 liter equals 1000 milliliters. 1000. Right? Milliliters. Milliliter should be divided by 1000. Then you can convert milliliter into IN. Correct? Milliliter into liter. So, how we are going to divide 550 by 1000? You know how to divide the given number by multiples of 10. Multiples of 10. Here you have 550. Now, where is your decimal point of that 550 originally? Where is your decimal point? In which hand side?
Between 5 and 5.
No. Next to the 0. In the middle. Here you have the decimal point. Right? Originally. Now we are going to divide by 1000. If you are going to divide now, your decimal point should jump to left hand side to right hand side. Divide. Can anyone say?
Hand side.
Huh?
Left hand.
Superb. Right? This decimal number should jump to your left hand side because you are dividing. Right? If you are dividing, right, you need to jump your decimal point to left hand side. How many times you need to jump? How many zeros are there for 1000? How many zeros? 3. So, Buddha, you need to jump to your left hand side 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So, your decimal point comes here. In front of the decimal point, you can put a 0 in front of the decimal. So, Buddha, your answer will be 0.55. Correct? Because if you put a 0 here, this 0 does not have a value. This 0 does not have a value. Make a 1. Right? The final 0 does not have a value. So, Buddha, your answer should be 0.55 liters. Correct? Unit is essential. 0.55 liters. Correct? This is a short way to remember the unit conversion. Correct? Unit conversion. But you need to know which number multiply and by which number you need to divide. Right? Correct. Hurry with it. Hi. So උදා මේ මම මෙතනින් අද paper discussion එක end කරනවා. හරි. So I will wind up the session from here.